Yeah, we should introduce it, and then it's the person who introduces it. We should not just be like, "Shut up."
What's up, fellas?
Wow. Shut up, Steve.
That dog of mine. Alright, so, this is the real
Interns. You're
Interns.
listening to NBC Radio. Turn it up.
Don't get soup, NBC.
Okay, anyway, so this is the real Interns. Back for another podcast. This week, we are going to discuss freedom of speech as far as what we feel and what we think should be, what is okay and what is not and what is too far, as far as like hate speech and things like that. So, we're going to go ahead and start rolling with that. And we're going to go ahead and start out with what the actual First Amendment says, like word for word what it says, and we're just going to roll on from there. So Dave's got that covered. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, First Amendment states verbatim, Congress shall pass no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
Okay, so redress of grievances. That's the key word. Actually, I don't know.
Well, basically what that means...
Honestly, I would have liked the blue dress more.
Dakota, get out of my house.
The blue dress grievances, what about those?
Dakota,
exactly.
get out of my house.
Discrimination?
What that basically means is you can ask the government to do something for you.
Yeah, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah, basically you can petition for things.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I watched a video of a guy. I watched a video of a guy who was walking around a college campus in a clipboard, and it was like people signing a petition, and it was like, you guys want to sign a petition to get rid of women's suffrage? Get rid of women's suffrage or whatever, and people were signing it. People were walking by, and they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And they were like, yeah, he's like, women's suffrage is a terrible thing. He was like, let's sign to get rid of women's suffrage. They're out there suffraging and stuff.
They didn't even define it or anything.
No, he just said it like that, and people were up there, okay, and they were signing it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then at one point in the video, he was just like banging his head against the clipboard. And he was like, stupid. Oh my god!
None of them asked like, what do you mean by suffrage?
No, I mean a few of the people that actually knew what it was like, what, so you can take away the right to vote or whatever.
Yeah.
And like one of the guys he was like, yeah, sure, I'll sign it. And he was on a bike.
Yeah.
And he grabbed the clipboard and just drove off. he just rode off with the clipboard. And he was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. See you, man. Bye.
That's funny.
I love the guy on the bike judged that other dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, chill.
But he just drove away with the clipboard. But anyway, it made me think of that.
Yeah.
It's like those lie witness news things that Jimmy Kimmel does.
Yeah.
I
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He goes out there and asks people about stuff and they have no idea.
Yeah, they lie on the camera. As soon as you put a camera in their face, they have no idea.
This is totally off topic, but someone did. I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel, but someone did a video of Golden State Warrior bandwagon fans.
Yeah, he did one on that.
Yeah. And then they asked them the most retarded questions about players and stuff and strategies, and people didn't know what the players were on which teams and stuff. It was pretty fun.
They just did one on the Lakers. Some people from the Lakers did it after the summer league, and they just named random actors. They're like, "How do you think blah 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 did? How do you think he did in his debut?" And people were like, "Oh, I really think he did good. I really think he's gonna do good for the Lakers this year. I really think he's gonna pull us out of the rut."
Actually, funny you say that. Blah 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 is actually my favorite player.
Whoa.
He actually is.
Those things are so cringe, though. Those videos.
Yeah.
So I got a topic of a point of debate, possibly. But a few years ago, the Supreme Court ruled that burning flags was constitutional. Basically,
Yeah, it was.
you're allowed to burn an American flag if you want to in America. So what do you guys kind of think about that? Is that over the line, or do you think you should be able to burn flags?
How many stars does that have?
50.
Oh.
There's a lot of Americans that don't even know that.
Really?
They don't even know that they're like, oh yeah, I think there's 40
Like 40, there's 40 in there.
So we talking about how stupid Americans are, or are we talking about
Oh,
freedom
sorry.
of speech?
sorry.
I'm just curious because like we talked about how stupid
No, I
Americans
was
are
just
for
wondering
the
because
past.
I'd be okay with you burning a flag that had 13 stars, but
Well, there was a flag that
I
had
don't
13
know.
stars.
I know.
For the-
Okay.
Okay, alright.
Anyway, so
So okay, can we burn other flags? Can we burn every type of flag?
oh no, see,
Yeah.
that's
If we burn the queer flag, what happens?
The what?
Yeah.
The queer flag.
Oh, like the
Gay rights.
the
The
red, white, and blue, the red, or not
LGBTSQW5.
red,
The
blue,
ABCD.
sorry. the colorful one. The
Yeah.
colorful flag. No, because someone would probably call you like a bigot and
Well, see, that's
Well,
an
can you do it,
interesting
though?
talking point, though.
yeah,
because-
yeah. Technically, you should be able to do it.
Then
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm good.
But that's an interesting talking point because there are people from that side of the political spectrum that would probably argue the opposite and say that you shouldn't be able to because that targets a group and things like that.
Sorry, it's a group.
So,
America's a group.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One group under God. So that's how the pledge goes, right?
Actually, they took that out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they did.
It's one nation.
No.
Joke.
Yeah, but I'm saying the under God part.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean probably. I don't know. I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah,
so.
Well, that can be an entirely different talking point.
I mean that has to do with freedom of speech. Though.
Yeah, it does. But as far as the burning flags, do you think you should be able to burn a flag?
I mean,
This is hard.
technically, according to the Constitution, you're allowed to.
Yeah. Right.
However,
He's asking you if you think it's right or wrong.
I
Oh,
think,
yeah, yeah.
I think that was as an absolutely selfish and arrogant
Oh, yeah.
and terrible thing to do.
Yeah.
I just don't
because
understand your reasoning behind burning the flag.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you?
What is that getting
why-
done?
Yeah, like even if you are burning the flag,
Take
like
to the man.
what after the flag's burnt, then what?
Woo!
What did you do so
Yeah,
different?
what have you accomplished?
You
What have
really
you
showed
accomplished?
Trump. You burned
Yeah,
that.
and it's like, I mean, even if Payne said he was gonna go like burn like the LGBT flag, whatever,
Yeah.
QFT, whatever.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, yeah. Like, even after he got done burning it, it's like, okay, well,
I'm done with
you
that
you have a
now.
bunch of ashes. Guess
Yeah.
you want to go home now. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Going back to Minecraft now.
Well, I guess like a minute of fun, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
yeah.
say
It's
a
like
rush at first.
those people. Okay, I'm not gonna get into
But I
that.
don't-
This is off topic again.
Yeah, I don't see how burning the American flag is fun though.
Well, I'm like, I kind
Well,
of hold the same position as you.
It's fun.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I do like burning things.
Yeah, because
the
as,
American flag, come on, Cody.
I'm not saying I'm going to burn an American flag.
I know, I'm just messing. Go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, as an
That's all I have.
American
Yeah.
and a patriot, then yeah, I hate the idea of someone burning a flag. However,
Well, those people
like you
who burned
said,
it because like it touched the ground, whatever that roll thing is. You know what I'm saying?
do you burn it after it touches the ground?
Yeah, technically,
That's what I
if you
heard,
like
yeah.
drop a flag and
Okay,
it hits
alright,
the
yeah.
ground,
Dragon hits the ground.
the proper way of getting rid of the flag is burning it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so you don't put it in the trash. That makes
No,
sense.
yeah, instead of sticking it in the trash, then you
Yeah.
just-
What's how you burn people? Like that's what you do with bodies.
What? No, I touch
Yeah.
the ground all the time. Please don't burn me.
People touch the ground.
Or they
But-
die, but yeah.
Finishing my thought, yeah, as far as a constitutional standard, I can see where it's coming from as long as it is all flags and people don't get triggered.
I just
So
feel
much
like
on the
there are
other
more
side.
important issues to like
I'm fine
care
with it.
about the whether we can burn the flag. Or
Yeah, well, the
not.
reason that came about is because in Texas it outlawed it at that time, and then someone in Texas burned a flag and they were arrested for
I
it.
love Texas. Dude.
And then they eventually went up to the Supreme Court and they said that it should be allowed. So that's why it was an issue back then.
Yeah,
It's obviously not now because it's constitutional.
I'm
but-
fine with it being there. I don't care.
Mhm. If
Like
they're-
I also have
if
the
they're
right to not
paying
talk
for
to
the
someone
flag, then-
if I don't like them. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that sound kind of dumb. If you're gonna go pay for a flag just to burn it, it's like, man, you got
Man.
some issues.
Well, it's like
it doesn't really bother me.
I mean,
You can burn a flag. I don't care.
it's like the people that buy the.
It's a waste of your time, your resources.
There are people that buy the thin blue line flag just to burn it, and anytime you buy one of those flags, it goes like directly to like police groups that support police.
Yeah.
But yet they're buying it to burn it to show their lack of support.
Yeah, that's
so.
what-
It's
You can
really
burn your
ironic.
American flag. Just don't burn my American flag.
Yeah, just,
There you go, yeah,
which-
yeah.
that's damage to property then.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to say it doesn't bother me because I'm really disappointed when I see something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, man,
What if
like
it could stay?
Americans are doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That would look
like
sick.
they're doing that to their own flag. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like,
okay, so should we just start putting flame decals on the American flag.
For those people.
No, just like as a national standard.
Yeah. I think that's a brilliant
I
idea.
dig it, honestly.
Okay, what?
I mean, we gotta get new uniforms. We're kind of getting outdated. Just stars and stripes. Come on, America, throw something.
True, we gotta have some cool hot rod
Yeah.
flags.
It's a hot rod on that.
Oh no. That's what I was saying. Like,
Sick.
yeah, as long as it's,
These only changes of Nike.
you can do that to any flag.
Yeah.
You know. But I think burning down buildings just because you're pissed off. That's kind of
That's entirely different.
That's not
That's
free
arson.
speech.
No,
So
that's-
bomb the abortion clinic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where was it? I guess it was Washington when Trump was getting the inauguration was going on. They were throwing, or they were breaking windows and stuff into Starbucks. And it's like, what does Starbucks ever do, man?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
like
heck?
those riots who people were trashing their own town.
Well, there you go. Like,
that's the town you're living in. Like,
yeah,
good
okay,
job.
like, protesting. Okay, free speech protesting, and it's like,
Well, they just wanted to loot stuff. But yeah.
there's like all these protests and stuff, which is totally fine. However, they're also not accomplishing anything.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
standing
saying?
in the street doesn't help your cause at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's like,
It makes it.
It makes waves.
Makes people talk about it.
Yeah.
It makes people hate you more at the same time.
I guess it kind of raises.
It worked for the
Yeah,
black
right.
people though.
Yeah, but
Well,
that was
that's the
for like
whole-
blatant civil rights violations, like back in the day. But now
Yeah.
it's just it's mainly bogus.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like,
People do it because their feelings got hurt.
I mean, they do it. They do it over everything now.
It's like everything's just like a big
Yeah,
deal.
They don't choose their battles too wisely. They kind of just riot
One of
over
the
everything.
presidential candidates got elected in. We gotta go riot. There's no other option.
Yeah, no, I saw.
no,
good
it's not
people-
rioting, Dakota. It's protesting.
Yeah, peaceful.
Peaceful protesting, Dakota.
Yeah, it's not,
peaceful.
it's
That
not
was
very peaceful
peaceful.
when you hear people yelling and you can hear them 3 streets away
Yeah.
and you're like in downtown.
Oh yeah, you witnessed it.
Yeah, they're like, "No, my president." No, and this dude pulls up this stoplight. He gets out and he looks back at him. He's like, "Go get a job. Go get a job."
You what? Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I've watched that.
Where
happen.
was
It was-
that? Was that Winston?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
dude.
pretty funny. It was pretty good.
That's hilarious.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, freedom of speech.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
there you
and
go.
like that's
Yeah, that's what I'm
totally. I mean, that's totally cool because they have the, they had like that women's march or whatever.
Right.
But then like a week later, they had
Pro
like
women's suffrage.
a week later they had like the pro-life march. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like when you do stuff like that, then it just kind of raises the awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those people are out there like, we all support.
Which
this.
I mean, that's one thing about the women's march. I think that was by and large a fairly peaceful protest. I mean, I don't agree with what they're saying.
Yeah,
because
but that was
I don't
peaceful.
think tampons should be a thing that our tax dollars should go to necessarily.
I completely disagree.
Okay, well, Brandon.
Brandon,
Brandon
tell
wants
us how
free
your
tampons.
tampons, how I should be paid for your tampons.
Brandon uses 2, so
Yeah,
that's
dude.
extra.
Yeah.
Whoa.
One in the front, one in the back, dude. I'm just saying.
Well, we need to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, if you're bleeding out of more than one hole, that's an issue.
That goes much for that's
Yo,
pretty
if
standard
he's
for
bleeding out of
anything.
anything, that's an
Yeah.
issue.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
bleeding out of 5 holes.
But he identifies as something else, so it's okay.
Man-born woman identifies as a bear.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, can we have that?
Whoa.
I'm
Is that
a
an
bear
actual
now.
thing?
Let's write a
I
movie.
see stuff like that all the time.
Let's write a movie about a person who believes they're a bear.
Pretty sure those are memes.
They already did.
I'm
It's
pretty
called
sure
Brother
there's-
Bear.
Yeah, dude, but he was a bear though.
He was actually a bear though.
But he was a bear.
like have you guys seen that show Wilfred?
Dude, like
Yeah,
just like a
guy-
dog.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But like
No.
in the show he's actually a dog.
Did you
but
write it?
let's write a movie like that. Where some guy just dresses up as a bear.
As a
He's a
bear?
bear. Yeah.
He wouldn't do
No,
anything.
no.
He would just hunt stuff down and kill
Yeah.
it. He'd get
He's
big.
a weird guy.
No. He'd look for honey and climb trees.
Ted.
You ever seen Pooh? You ever seen Pooh?
Pooh. Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh.
You ever seen
Who's the main actor in that? Wilfred.
there's a guy who played in Elijah Wood.
Is it Elijah Wood?
Elijah
Yeah,
Wood,
it's
yeah.
Elijah Wood. The guy who
It's
plays
Frodo.
Invisible.
We got Elijah Wood.
Invisible Man. Okay.
It's
Actually,
actually-
aggressive big time.
I think you like that show. It's got a lot of dark humor. in it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And why wouldn't he like? That's the guy who'd like it. Just got dark
No,
humor.
he-
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm all for some dark humor.
That's terrible.
That's half Dave's life.
Anyway, but yeah, as far as like, see, the problem I have with the protest is like, if you want to waste your time and go out there and do that, that's fine.
I mean, if you're right.
You go for it. You literally have the right to do that.
Mhm.
Now, when you start breaking through Starbucks and banks and burning up cop cars,
Or
and-
stop trying to silence people that disagree with you
Yeah, that's
that
right.
are also
Yeah.
protesting.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is like you can protest, and obviously if you're like doing damage to like people's property and stuff, that's bad. But like whenever you get to the point where like your protests are just and stuff are like making fun of the other side, like the other people's opinions, that's when it's annoying. And you like the whole Trump thing. Like I get freedom of speech and freedom of press, but like seriously, they need to chill. Like it happened.
Yeah.
Let it go. You
Well,
know.
so I mean,
Kathy Griffin, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not getting in trouble like from the nation, but like obviously doing stupid stuff. I think her name's Kathy. What's her name?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin.
Doing stupid stuff make like people understand that that's like too much, you know.
I mean, yeah, that was too much. Could you imagine if someone did a picture like that with Obama's head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would have gone straight to the south.
That would have gone
Wait,
so
so what happened?
bad.
To the south, we got
What
all
happened?
day for
The
that.
Kathy
No one aware.
Griffin thing?
Yeah.
Is she a comedian, right?
Yeah.
She's a comedian. She had like a mannequin head that looked like Donald Trump, and it was like all bloody, and she like held it up like this with like his head cut off or whatever.
Honestly, I feel like everyone I feel like I was the least appalled. Like it almost didn't surprise me. You know?
Oh,
what I
no,
mean?
it
That
didn't
someone would do
surprise
that.
me,
Like
no.
when I saw it, I was just like, okay, it took someone this long to do that.
Well,
Is it-
someone.
you know, even some of the liberals I think cared more than I did because maybe it made them look bad. But
It did.
whenever I saw it,
It's
I was just
awesome.
kind of like, well, this really doesn't surprise
Like,
me.
I mean, I don't care, I guess, because, like, whatever, but...
But and it also might be because people do a lot worse things about other issues.
I'm not
and-
buying their comedy special, I promise you that.
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here's the thing. You go and you do something like that, and then you like try to be. You try to be like the victim.
Yeah, she did.
She was like,
Donald Trump did
he's
this
trying,
to
he's trying to ruin me or whatever. And I was like, you are ruining yourself. You held up a
It was
mannequin.
hilarious.
Held up a mannequin's head that looked like the president. Like, you can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, technically you can.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
free
but-
speech. However,
You can't expect it not to have a negative outcome.
But people still have
Yeah.
opinions. You can't control people's thoughts about
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though-
that's personal.
like, did
people's
she
opinion.
really go into that thinking everybody's totally going to be okay with this
Oh,
and
yeah.
think that's funny?
That's the problem. That's the problem with a bunch of
I don't even think she really did it
protests.
for like comedic purposes. Anyway, like I feel like it was
Well, she-
just because out of her hatred of Trump.
Well,
Right,
technically,
and-
if you think about it, she was like,
I feel like she would have got offended by it if it was for comedic purposes. Because you think a comedian, their whole job is to make jokes.
Yeah,
And
they-
understand people are going to hate on it, but you gotta take the task.
back
Because
on
she
that,
got
yeah.
insulted.
well, I think that took it to a whole new level because you're not even really allowed to say, I want the president dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to kill the president. Like, you can't.
Oh, you heard it here, guys. Steve wants to kill the president.
You
Whoa!
can't. Like, you can't say that.
So
Like, you
tip-
really can't. If higher up law enforcement, whatever, like FBI, whatever, heard you say something like that, you would
get in a business.
you would get in serious trouble. Yeah. So when she basically held up that head,
What if it was the
like,
class president?
she like held up that head, saying like, "I want this to happen. Like, I want
You condoning it. basically.
civilizing. This needs to happen." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's too far.
Yeah.
That's
Like the
where
Medusa
freedom of speech goes too
in,
far. It's
Yeah,
like when
but-
you do
but-
something that
What's that movie?
promotes something like that.
What's the
Right.
movie?
How would you enforce that though? I mean,
You
Yeah, what's the
can't
guy's
really.
name?
but-
yeah.
I mean, she's getting in trouble.
Business?
Publicist?
Is it?
What are you talking about?
Off topic. Keep going. Keep going.
Like, she's getting in trouble for it. I mean, she like lost.
Yeah.
She like lost her job.
But she's not getting in trouble like
With the law,
Yeah.
like going to jail or something. No.
Well, I don't think they can actually. Cause did she actually say what the president did?
No.
Yeah,
Then they'd
it
have to
wouldn't.
do it based
Dude,
off
speaking of-
accusations.
It wouldn't
that-
technically be
yeah.
communicating threats.
Yeah.
Do you guys know freaking Stephen Colbert?
Yeah.
No.
I've heard their name.
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
Colbert.
Because
Colbert.
that dude freaking pisses me off. This late night show.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Every night
Never
it's
do.
just straight Trump stuff. Like every night, and yeah, he'll throw a Hillary one here and there, which is like whatever. But it's still that's annoying too.
Well, yeah, no, it's literally It's
Like that's
straight,
like
screw
all his
Trump.
content is just political.
No, yeah,
The same
on the
political
left
jokes.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not even
Well-
like all political. It's mainly just bash Trump.
It's not funny anymore.
Bash anything right wing.
No, it's not even anything right wing. It's like all Trump.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's the most annoying thing, and it's so old, so old.
But he gets views, man.
I don't know how to do it. Man. It's freaking.
Yeah, I mean theoretically,
I mean, I don't have that many jokes,
at
but I'll
least
tell the
half the
same ones
nation's
over and over. You
liberal.
know.
So like,
I don't know, but got used to it. We got 4 years of people bashing Trump.
At least.
It's better than 4 years of having to bash Hillary.
What's going
though,
to
really.
happen is at the end of the 4 years, though, they're going to realize that we're actually going to go in a good direction, and they're going to be like, "Oh shit, that's what's going to happen."
I think
we
will
hope.
be-
All right.
I think we will be moving
Oh, yeah,
forward.
we'll be
in that
fine.
But
way.
yeah, I think so
That's
in
my
reality.
opinion.
I think so in reality, but at the same time, people's
I
opinions.
mean, as long as we just stay afloat, I just think The Rock's gonna really pull us up when he runs for president next time.
The Rock.
But yeah, I don't think people's opinions are really apt to change,
No.
especially those from the far left.
Yeah, but you can't complain if things are going good. You can't argue that, you know.
Yeah,
But
they
they'll
will.
try. They'll try.
Oh well, yeah. But enough people will be fine.
What I really wonder is who's going to run against Trump in 2020.
Hillary.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, she's
but-
done. She's done. This last election.
Dude, you think
knocked
so?
her- This last election knocked her off her
The
feet.
question is, do you think Trump will win the Republicans' votes again?
Dude.
It depends on how good
That's
he
what I'm
does in the
saying,
next
like-
4 years.
Yeah, but dude, did you see those signs? I saw them on Instagram. Someone liked them. I don't even know what page it was on. But it was signs. I don't know if it was even real.
No telling.
It looked real though, but it was signs
Stuff.
in Moscow airport.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw the same ones.
What was
And
it?
it was like, what the frick was it? Oh my gosh, it was like
Was it in Russian?
late for a flight, lost an election, blame us,
Yeah,
something like that.
Love.
there was 3 of them.
That's
Yeah, and
hilarious.
then there's one about Hillary and another one about her, I guess. And
That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
I'm Russian.
I was like, dude, good for them.
Darn Russians.
Airport.
Russians are probably like, what the crap? We didn't do anything.
Yeah, that wasn't us. Chill.
Dude, I wouldn't be mad about being allies with Russia anyway.
Yeah, some people really are though. I don't know why.
I like Russia.
Yeah, I mean,
Russia
it's
gets
either-
stuff
yeah,
done.
You
Yeah,
either
we do.
like Russia or you get destroyed by Russia. I mean, those are your options, really.
Dude, here it is. Here we go.
Russia does have a
Missed a
correct name.
plane, lost an election, blame it on us. It's like, the longer you watch, the more upset Hillary Clinton becomes. Come closer and find out who we are planning to hack next.
People love Russia, dude.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
they do not care.
Yeah, it's like, come closer and find out who we're planning to hack next. That's what's in. But yeah, they don't care. That's so bad. That's so
Russia.
funny.
Why don't you just move there then?
Yeah, I might. If the country gets worse.
So I think our next talking point could be hate speech. It seems like a lot of people want that to be an offense. Hate
Not
speech.
me.
I've heard in places in Canada and Europe they've started making people pay fines for using the wrong pronouns or something. Yeah, using the wrong pronouns.
Well, yeah, why don't next speech, let's just guess all 72 genders.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
So,
That's a different podcast, Tom.
So we can talk about that. I think we all pretty much have the same
Opinion.
Yeah, same opinion. Go
To what level is?
Yeah, you shouldn't call someone by the wrong pronoun.
Yeah, but should you have to pay a fine for it to the
Oh
government?
no, that's stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you say absolutely?
I'm just kidding.
If you don't call me they, that's my.
There was an officer. There was a police officer.
If you don't call me they, then you obviously I need money for it.
I can't tell what people are anymore.
I mean, sometimes you can't.
I'm
And,
with you.
and
I can't
apparently,
even-
neither could this officer that got wrote up for checking the wrong box in the male or female section.
You didn't know.
Well, I believe actually what the case was, the officer was reported by this person that he wrote a ticket to for intense bullying and checking the wrong box in the male or
my
female. It was a male. Technically, that's what was on the driver's license. However, the person identified as a female.
Well, that's not the cop's fault. They get your driver's license changed. You weirdo.
Exactly. And so the officer checked the mailbox. I don't know what the conversation was for him to say it was bullying. It was probably something along the lines of, I'm a female. Could you check the female box? And he probably told them no, that he wasn't going to do that or something of that nature. So. He got a
license say male. I'm going to check male.
and he did get a written warning.
He got a written warning.
Yes, by his police department.
So if I was somebody, I'd be like, okay, so get this straight. I have to ask every freaking person who they identify as. And like, what if it's not on there? What if it's not male or female? Like, what do you do then?
Yeah.
You can get out of a ticket now. Just be like, you either take away this ticket, or I'm gonna write you up for bullying. I identify as a female.
How is that hate speech?
I don't know, but apparently he was bullied.
Come on, Dave.
She, Dave.
You're gonna have to pay a fine.
Sorry.
You're gonna pay a fine.
Apparently he was intensely bullied, and what the sad part is that the brass in this department has made a public statement on it saying that things like that won't be tolerated and things of that nature, and that the officer is going to be retrained on obviously what's a male or female.
Did you?
He has to be trained.
Yeah, they said he's going to be retrained in
Have
something.
you tried holding your breath?
Yeah,
for
it's
10 seconds
crazy that people actually think
Do you
that
hear me?
humans.
Dave,
What?
you tried holding your breath for 10 seconds?
No, but I will know.
Such an idiot.
You got the hiccups, dude. Try to help.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that like people, like humans think that all of a sudden now, after the world's been around for however long, that now we're just smart enough to understand that we never understood anything.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? They're like, no, but even though all the time up till now, we've considered male or female, now we're,
Because religion, bigots, religion just ruled the world, and
like
it was all oppressive.
People were that blind and that much dumber than us from like 10 years ago to forever going the other way. Like, that's ridiculous.
I think something's going right.
I mean,
Like,
okay.
people created the light bulb. People created all this crap that we just like have because someone else created it a long time ago, and we think we're smarter than them.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
don't
what you're
know.
saying.
I
Hey,
mean,
come
we
on, man.
are.
We're
Back
obviously.
then, there were only 2 genders. Now we have 1 billion.
Look,
You can be whatever you want to be nowadays.
we're obviously going in the right direction. I mean, America's only $17 trillion in debt now. Back then, we were 0. So,
It's
I think
18
we're going in the right direction here, right?
Okay, as far as that goes, Dave, that whole situation, even if the guy, girl,
It.
If that freak show.
I'd be.
let's say they had the like trans, gender, surgery or whatever. If which I doubt it, since how he looked at him and was like, oh, well, he's a male.
They look like a male.
Okay, if you look, okay, so he most likely did not have the surgery. But anyway, I would imagine if you actually went through with identifying yourself that and all this mess, then you would change your license. Am I right?
Can you do that though?
Maybe.
Can you change your
You
license?
can order a new license probably.
You can just say you're female even though the other one says you're not.
I kind of want to try that though. When I turn 21,
Yeah, you do that.
when I
too.
turn 21, then I'm gonna have to
to
get
get
a
it
license.
reviewed.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so what if I am?
How does that work? Because you have to give your birth certificate, right?
You just tell the DMV people, hey, look, I know it says male right here, but now I actually identify as a female.
No.
So I'm gonna need to get that
But can
changed.
they do that? Would they? You know what I'm saying?
With
They
the
get-
DMV
I don't
get that.
think so.
But what I'm saying is,
No.
what if I?
If they didn't do it, they get fired.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So what if I identified as like, what's that thing? Is it unisexual?
I have no
What?
clue.
It's called a helicopter.
It's
Attack
like
helicopter.
basically, Brandon, you can switch back and forth between male and female.
Gender fluid.
Yeah. Gender
Yes,
fluidity.
gender fluid. What if I'm gender fluid? Then what do they put? M/F?
Fluid. I don't know.
They should just put freak.
Just weirdo.
That's what I'm saying.
I identify as
When are they
an
gonna
oak
start?
tree,
Do you know
I'm
how?
asexual.
We're gonna have like no trans listeners.
Yeah, we're gonna be fag haters.
That's what they're gonna think.
I
That's what they're gonna
I
think,
identify as an oak tree.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I just
Asexual.
don't.
Use photosynthesis for
Well, it's not that I'm hating on. It's not that I hate people like that. I mean, I don't hate anyone, but
You
like,
don't hate anyone.
but that
No one. You hate. No one.
There's you hate
You love everybody.
I do.
Studio.
But I just don't understand like
know
how
what you like
how
to
would
take
that
me
be a thing? Like, how can that cop get wrote up for something like that? Like
I have
that's
no clue.
ridiculous. Like,
I have no
Hate
answer.
speech, dude.
okay, what?
Hate speech.
Think about this. Okay, you get a call in. You get a call in like for the police station. You know, 6'3" white male. Are they gonna have to change that and be like 6'3" white, appears to be white, appears to be a
There's
person.
six-
I don't know any
There's a
females that are 6'3".
6'3".
That's would be insane.
Okay, 5'8".
Okay.
Well, the thing about it though is like
There's a 5'8" human.
police stuff. It shouldn't be about your opinion. Really, it doesn't matter if they make a code and call people squares. The
Yeah,
point
good
of
point.
it is to be able to identify people and have actual hard things that are like, this is the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like if someone like kills someone and you ask people, you know, like to identify, like
But-
describe who it is, they
Well,
have to tell
I
you
think-
actual
But
things. They
if
can't
they're
just say.
if they're trained,
Yeah.
to look at people,
yeah, we
to identify what they are.
additional training. This is a male. This is a female.
This is
This, but see, that's profile. That's awful. To be like, if you see a person that looks like this, make sure you ask them what they think they are. Like,
Yeah.
how do you know? You know.
how do you know?
I'm gonna ask that to somebody sometime. Just like straight up ask them, be like, hey, what do you identify as?
yeah.
Or
Be
what,
like,
what do you
write up
consider
a-
yourself?
Write up a report and be like, and you identify as a. And they'll be
Be
like,
like, what?
They'll be like, what?
Yes.
Male, female, anything in
It's
the
like-
middle.
Like, I'm a male. Do I not look like one? Like, yeah,
I
you did, but I didn't want to
pulled
assume your gender.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What's that? I'm saying.
It'd be like, oh, thank you.
That could.
But
Oh,
today
God.
I pulled over a
I would not
5'2"
say,
red
oh, thank you.
Gatorade.
I'd be like, what, you saying I look like a girl? What?
Well, personally, I think I'm a potato.
So when it comes to stuff like that, like you don't know,
Right.
then that's like that's not
That's
hate
3
speech. You
potatoes
just
of
don't know.
Really gotta get on the.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just that's really difficult.
I have called a woman a guy before. Like
Did she look like a guy?
I called her sir. Yeah.
But it wasn't like an
Kinda-
identity.
I thought she was just a really small guy.
It wasn't like an
Yeah.
identity issue, right? It was like.
I've said yes, man,
She
to
a manager?
dudes before, dude.
I think
Like that
for a split
when I was
second.
working.
I called my teacher mom one time when I was little. Does that count?
That's awesome, dude. That's
Man.
so funny.
I mean,
Did you really?
look
Or
like a
did you
dude. You dressed like a dude.
So did I,
Well,
Dakota.
like-
But
Dude,
what
dude,
makes a
first
dude
or
a
second
dude?
grade?
People, oh, okay.
Brandon?
A penis.
That's
I
it.
feel like you could have played it off
No.
as a joke.
What?
You
That's
were-
not?
No, I don't think no. You can't
I
say
feel
that.
like you
dude.
could have played it
Oh,
off as a
You
joke. if
can't
you were
because you
older.
can't say that, dude. That's
Oh,
not the way the
yeah.
world works
It
anymore.
wasn't.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand. It's not like the world hasn't changed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
just, I'm just
people's
playing devil's advocate.
feelings have changed, Brandon. People's feelings have changed, and you can't hurt feelings. No,
It's
no.
very important.
Yeah, it's very important to make sure everyone's feelings. are
Okay,
right.
yeah, okay. What? That's what I don't understand. Like, basically,
Well, see, here's the thing: is I have feelings too, and no one gives a shit about my feelings getting hurt. It's just not a mainstream feeling that I have. You know what
But
I'm
if you're hurting someone else's feelings, then you should get like.
Wait,
it's just certain things though. It's just like weird crap about genders and stuff that people say hurt their feelings. Like there's a lot of people who have feelings about a lot of stuff, but there's not going to be rules about it.
Yeah. What?
I just don't understand why it's a big deal now. You know.
That's what Peyton was just saying.
But it's like,
Yeah, it's all the same
I mean,
issue.
Maybe it has been a thing, but like other people, they had to like, survive. Like people had to like not die.
I don't think near as many people thought.
Well, when
felt
people
that way.
live till they're like 30 max, you know what I'm saying? Like when your lifespan is like 30 years.
Yeah, you're not worried about
Probably-
if you identify as something other than a male or a female. You're worried about,
Living.
living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, we still only have 70, 80 years, and they're wasting their time on that now.
Well,
Oh, that
most of the older people aren't, but it's like
No, I'm talking about, not older people.
right. Yeah, but see, if you're 20 years old and in your life you're already married and you're probably only gonna live 10 more years, you're probably not thinking about that person called me a gender that I don't feel like. You know what I'm saying? But when you have people in your life that are like 90 years old,
Didn't
80
they get
years
like
old,
married at 50?
and you're young, you feel like you have all this time, and so you don't worry about important stuff.
Well, I get that, I guess. But also, I still feel like it's a giant waste of time. We should just go by what we were born as.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, Dakota, but
Dakota.
I wish there was someone with someone that I knew that was like felt the other way, like someone who felt like whatever.
Oh, yeah,
just so
there
I could
are.
like see how inconsistent.
There's two.
I know who. We don't have to say it, but like who?
oh no.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, who?
Didn't they say that?
I don't know.
No, they said that they understand it.
Yeah, I thought they had a friend that was or
They
something.
have friends.
Oh, you talking with the D?
Yeah, I know
Double
who you're
Ds.
talking
The
about now.
double D's.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Both
they
like
support it
these
low key.
Ludicrous.
Oh no. They definitely support it.
Like low key.
Well, yeah.
That's
They
what I'm
support
saying.
it. They support
You
it.
can look at the
I don't
hair.
think they feel that way, but they support it.
Well, the thing is,
I'm
as
totally
far
gonna
as
cut
like,
this part out.
I know it's a completely
You're too lazy to
different
do any
discussion.
editing.
No, it messed up. I started editing one day and it wouldn't find the data. So
He's like, I give up.
no,
Teamwork. work.
for the very first podcast, couldn't find the data from my hard drive. So now I have to like redo it from.
Hey, did you
It's
put
like-
that chip back in your mouth?
Yes.
Good.
Your chip is laying right there.
See it.
So, no, but yeah, I don't understand how that's hate speech, honestly.
If you don't know,
If you
can't
don't know,
help
then
it.
it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
it's-
don't think it should be hate speech anyway. Like, it's your freedom of speech, right? Like,
Yeah.
just because you're going to hurt
Well-
someone's feelings.
Yeah, stuff.
Well, actually, to keep from that, there's a college. I can't remember which
Like-
college it is. There's a college that has decided that you don't identify people as male or female. You identify everybody as persons.
Probably like
Person.
UCLA.
So you wouldn't say, hey, like
Look at her.
look at her. You'd be like, hey, look at
I would
that
violate
person.
so many
look,
rules.
Look at that person.
That's a lot more vague.
Here's
though.
what I'm gonna do from now
Like,
on.
Right.
if there's a crowd of people and I'm like, well, look at that guy.
Here's what I'm
Well, I
gonna do.
can't. I have to look at that person.
Look
Like,
at that
when I'm
person.
When I'm doxing, when I'm
Look at
doxing,
the person.
when I'm doxing
Well, I'm
people,
not allowed to say their
I'm gonna yell
gender,
across
so-
like the mall or something. Like, hey, what's your name? I don't want to use the wrong pronoun.
I just think it's ridiculous that we can't actually use pronouns.
I
Because we're gonna
agree.
hurt people. I think it's like, just because it's gonna hurt someone's feelings, I think it's stupid. Like, I'm allowed to call him stupid, right? It's my right.
Yeah.
Why am I not allowed to call him a him?
Wait, did
Or
you just call
her.
me stupid?
Yeah, I did.
That's hate speech.
I just don't. I mean,
I can't do
Yeah,
anything
there's no
about
difference
it.
between me saying, hey, you're stupid, and hey, you're a faggot. Just because you're
Whoa!
gay. Just because you're gay and I called you a faggot doesn't mean I'm hate speeching.
Yeah.
Hate speech.
And regardless, even if it was hate speech, it, in my opinion, should be allowed.
Yeah, because like, where's the line between hate speech and like freedom of speech?
Yeah,
How far
okay,
can you
even
get?
if I
Yeah.
like cussed Brandon slap out and called him all these names and
Do it.
stuff, full
Wait,
hate speech.
do it.
What?
Well,
Can
see,
I get arrested
No,
for
that's
that?
what I'm saying though. It's like cussing someone out is not even hate speech. hate speech is stuff against like women and queers.
Yeah.
That's because they're the ones that blow up about it.
Hey, can't you say F the police in front of the police? That's legal.
Yeah, you can.
There's songs
That's
about
not
it.
hate speech. Dude.
But now, if you go out in public, in a
Which-
public place, and you're screaming it and you're yelling it and you're causing a disturbance, and that's technically disorderly conduct. But yeah, in saying it in and of itself, you're allowed to do.
Hey Dave, I love the police.
Well, that's good, Dakota. Well, stop hate speech.
They are.
Sexual intercourse with
They're
the
alright.
police.
They won't race me on my motorcycle
I bet they would.
for fun. No, for fun. No, you would have to arrest me. Alright,
love
that's
the
cool,
police.
Brandon. See you later, man.
I love the police.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to pee in front of you guys.
Why not? I was about to.
Yeah, honestly, we all did it earlier. I don't think
That's hate speech.
Steve's thirsty anymore, but maybe Dave wants some.
That's great.
Yeah.
Alright, so, you want to ditch him?
Anyway, I was gonna say I love the cops a lot more than you reported, but
Thanks.
Yeah, I still don't like the Boomwood police.
no.
Me neither.
Why?
Do they have?
They don't do anything.
You dang straight they don't. They just said, I've never seen a Boomville cop do anything.
Where's the police
you
station
have not
for
met
people?
Jason Weiss.
Who's Jason Weiss?
He came here from the sheriff's office.
Oh,
Where?
He finds dope all night long.
Do
He makes
they?
traffic stops all night.
here?
Do they
Yeah.
have a police station here?
Yeah. It's right up here.
Guess so, yeah.
You know where First Fit Citizens Bank is right up here? I think it's First
It's
Citizens.
the bank on the corner.
The bank on the corner right here?
Literally the bank on the water.
Okay,
bank in
you
Louisville.
leave my house and you turn right, you go, right here's the school.
Oh yeah, I know where I'm going.
Okay, the bank right here, at the stoplight, right here's the bank. Right here's the police station. It's like super small. It's right next to the town hall,
Yeah.
which is also super small.
We have a town hall.
Where is y'all's town hall?
Yakinville?
It's in the back.
It's like behind the.
You know
where
where-
it used to be
Tammy's and
Timmy's. Yeah,
and Alex's and
it's over.
JR's.
Like if you're looking at it, it's over to the left, and then the county building is to the right.
I know where the county building is.
It's
back
just
there-
across
it's
the
back
street
there.
from the
Oh, it's
county
right
building.
across the street.
in that
from
little
it.
block behind Alex.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That it's a Mexican restaurant now. But it was Alex's and JR's and Tammy's.
Oh, yeah. I've eaten at that Mexican place one time. It's alright.
That's cute, dude.
It's,
Thanks for telling me
they
that
said
story.
better than it was when it was at the other place. Because that's the one that burned down.
Oh really?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's the same people that own it and all. Same
I did not
restaurant.
know
They-
that.
They just moved location.
Okay. I don't really like El Serape.
Yeah, the chips
Yeah.
always taste stale at El Serape.
Probably is.
Yeah, I went there the other day. They're so slow now that guy who owns it just like stares at you while you eat.
Juan.
Yeah.
He's like that. He's like he does like everything. He goes back there and cooks.
Yeah, me, Casey, Nick, and Amber went over there, and he literally sat there like at the edge of our table pretty much the whole time. Just chilling.
Unforgettable.
You know El Serape, the owner,
Oh,
The guy who's always there.
Juan or whatever.
the new. Oh yeah, yeah. I know one.
I mean, he's a great guy.
We were just talking about how their chips are stale.
But he was just like, they had like one other person in there. He just sat there.
Touch with you, but
The only reason I still go there is because I like him. He's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Who?
The owner.
Ow,
He's a pretty cool guy.
Do you want to talk quickly about freedom of speech on the internet? That's not
Oh,
governed
yeah.
by the government and private websites,
Yeah, that's a big one.
yes,
because people seem to think that you have freedom of speech on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, things of that nature, but they are moderated by obviously private
Yeah,
citizens
it's private.
and their private companies, and
Yeah.
they technically can allow what they want, but some people.
It's like being on a private site. It's like being on a private residence, right?
Yeah, basically.
So they can like limit your freedom of speech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If you own a company, you're on the site, whatever, you should be able to.
What is wrong with you?
This is got screwed.
Does anyone here disagree with people being able to limit free speech on the internet? Obviously the government shouldn't be allowed to, but
On
No, I
private
don't.
sites.
No, I think
I mean,
they
if
should be able
if
to.
you
limit
own if you own the website, then
It's yours.
Yeah.
You do what you
it.
want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want anyone to come to my house or young folks.
But see, you could take that to the next level and be like, well,
yeah, that's what I was going to go.
what if the owner is like super left wing.
Yeah.
Okay, but someone right winged is using that website, like let's say like Facebook or something. Okay, and you're not allowed to talk about how you love your conservative point of view and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's offensive.
So like they're being biased.
Because that's offensive to someone else that he supports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think that should be allowed because that's like, well,
it's kind of contradicting, right?
Well, it is.
But at the
If you
same
limit one, you
time,
gotta
they
limit
can
the other.
moderate what's on their
No,
website.
I get
if
that.
If it's about the political stuff and opinions and whatever, like, you just, it might be kind of stupid, but you got to get over it and realize that that's the other person's own ignorance, and that, because like with businesses or whatever, if someone denies you service because of something you say or something you do, you have the right to go somewhere else and do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because it's not like that's the only site.
Yeah.
And even then, it's kind of just a luxury thing. It's not necessary to life to be on the internet.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah. So
that's why I still think it's fine. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of lame, but
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Right.
You can do that.
Well, I mean, honestly, and if I was banned for that reason, simply for having a political view, not even being offensive,
I wouldn't want to be on that side.
yeah, I wouldn't even want to be on the side
I know,
anyway.
if you
So.
If you didn't let black people speak on it, or like Asians,
That was going to be my next point.
it
Is
was like a white owner. That's like,
yeah, that it clouds the water a little bit. Like that was going to be my next point. Is how far can you actually take it? Can you go as far as being racist and banning people of certain nationalities and things of that nature? I mean, I would say yes because it's obviously it's a package deal.
yeah, all or nothing. Is the KKK have a website? You think?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I've actually read on it before.
Someone has a KKK website.
The
Yeah,
Illuminati might have a website, but I'm not allowed to. tell
Okay,
you if
yeah,
they
I
do.
would say that when it comes to like race and stuff, that shouldn't be an issue because that is being very like judgmental. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't control that though. You control that, and you might if you own the website, then
Yeah,
you can do whatever. But if you say that you're not allowed to discriminate, then you basically limiting what the owner can do. Like if you say that, you might as well have a rule about not
Yeah.
So you're
Not
saying
that
that you
I'm
saying
saying
that if you
I'm
own
all
a
or
website,
nothing.
if you
Yeah,
own a
I'm saying you
website-
either give them all power or no power. Like, if the owner on Facebook was like, he doesn't... I guess, so he's limiting what you can say about politics, and he's limiting what you say, like bad words and stuff like that, but he's not allowed to limit who can go on the website, then,
just from their like race
yeah.
or something.
I mean, I'm with Dakota and Peyton. I think
Yeah.
if you're gonna, you can't. It's either all or none. You give them all the power or no power. And if you're not allowed to because you're white, go on the website, then just find another website. There's plenty of other websites out there that do the exact same thing.
Yeah, and that's another thing I don't get is if you're being excluded for one reason or another or discriminated against, like why do you feel the need that should be punished? Like if nobody wants you there, why would you remain there anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, really people that complain about that, it's almost redundant because even if you might want someone to bake you a cake for your gay wedding, but if someone doesn't like your views anyway and they don't want to make that cake, then why would you ask them to make the cake?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because they want to stir
I was
the
going to
pot.
bring that up too,
Yeah.
as far as when it comes to bakeries and what we call catering places or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah. And if I went to a place and said, no, I don't want to serve you because, you're a white Christian, I would say, well, that's fine then. If you don't want to serve me,
that's
then
fine,
I'll go
find
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to make my cake if they
Yeah.
didn't like me anyway. But much less would want to force them.
You see, that's what I'm saying. I don't see why they blow it up and make it such.
You think getting money from it?
I guess.
Yeah,
But
it's a lawsuit.
I think it's ridiculous.
I don't think that should be a lawsuit if it's your right to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be an issue if you have the right
Yeah,
to
that-
say.
that's
It's
a lot
just
of
like it
business.
does get tricky though, I suppose. If everything is privately owned and everyone says, just think about the large scale racism that was a thing for a long time, literally every company was just like, no, we don't serve blacks.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty rough. If literally everyone's saying like no to a certain thing, a certain type of people
Yeah.
or opinion. So
Well, that's when you be
But
an
there's-
entrepreneur and you make your own company for your own type of people, and don't let any of the other
There's-
people come into your
yeah.
company.
There's not a lot of that going on now.
oh no, now
It's-
you're good. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying like
Yeah,
that you know.
yeah, that's the thing. Now we're talking about like the website and the bakeries and stuff. Like, okay, if I own my own catering company or whatever, and I'm not saying I am, but if I was racist, okay, then
He is racist.
then okay, you know, I don't want to serve to a gay couple. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
That's not race.
Look, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Does that also give me the right to say I do not want to cater to this black couple?
You know what?
As far as serving people, personally, I would say
Depends.
yes.
Do you think that that should be okay just because they're a different color?
What color are the gay
I think so. And
It
that's
doesn't matter what color gay people are.
and it's not because I'm racist or because I hate anybody, but just because if someone doesn't want to serve me, Coda. If someone doesn't want to serve me because I'm white, then whatever. I'll find somewhere
I'll
else.
find
You know what I
somewhere
mean?
else,
That's their
I'll
right.
tell you about those. This is going to be controversial, but I feel like too there's a difference between discriminating someone based on a choice they've made.
Well, yeah, and
versus you can't help being black.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
another thing
no,
I was gonna
yeah.
say is like obviously discriminating based on religion or something like that, or a choice that they've made to date someone of the same sex. I mean, obviously there's debates on whether or not it's genetic that you end up gay or whatever, but you know the baseline is you've chosen to date someone of the same sex that you have chosen. So technically that could be considered a choice if you're getting a cake made on that premise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can kind of see that argument as well. But where I think that it should be regulated is based on hiring and treatment within the workplace.
Well, I think
That I think should be regulated, but people you serve maybe
No.
not so much.
I
And
think it is
definitely not
regulated,
speech.
right?
Yeah,
Hiring and all is regulated, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
So if you're an owner of a company and
They make it to
you're
where you have
actually
to.
okay with serving black people and gay people, but like you go around and you just say you don't like black people and you don't like gay people. Like
I mean,
that's freedom of speech and you're good.
yeah,
There's no problem.
Isn't that what
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A does?
as long as you hire them.
So what do we decide on the like? You can't help being Asian. You can't help being Asian or whatever.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
think-
that's entirely different than religion.
But do you still think you should have the choice to serve them or not? Just because that they're Asian or black or
I'm inclined to say yeah, as far as serving.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, Asian states that they're from Asia, so. Do you mean like people with Asian descent or people just from Asia?
Well, it really.
Why does it matter?
It does. It just,
or like Hispanics.
okay, you know they don't deserve stuff, so.
Well, but I get what you're saying, but okay, I'll put it into perspective. For
That's what I'm saying.
this
It's
way.
that's just kind of that's a hard thing
Right.
for me at least.
Yeah.
To,
Well,
to
for me, it's a different issue.
judge.
Making a cake for someone because they are a certain religion that they've chosen to be, and it's for their religious celebration or whatever, and you don't want to make a cake for that, or because they've chosen to have a gay wedding, and you don't want to make a cake for that because it violates. It would violate your civil rights if they made you do it.
Right.
So the argument is, however, not baking cake for someone simply because they're black or Asian, there's really no other outside circumstance other than skin color.
Right.
And that's something that
No.
they personally cannot help. That hasn't been their choice. So
Yeah.
to me, it's different.
It
Okay.
it is very different.
That's what I was thinking.
So I don't know. It's hard because I feel like if you own the company, then I feel like you should be able to kind of choose. But at the same time, they can't help their skin color or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely different. But if
I don't know, Michael Jackson.
You know, but-
Chances.
apparently that was a condition though.
Yeah, that's like a whole thing.
But as far as like, I mean, if it goes against your religion or your beliefs or something like that, and you refuse to
I feel like you should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Especially like how they like force the ministers or whatever to do the gay
marry gay people.
Yeah, marry gay people. I feel like that was
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
yeah, that's terrible.
And on the flip side, I don't think you should be able to deny it for someone. Like, say I didn't want to make a cake for someone simply because they were Muslim. I don't think that should be allowed. But if it's for a Muslim celebration or something like that, then maybe you could be allowed to decline that
That's
service
why
for
I
that
was
reason.
That's why I was asking about the Asian thing, because I didn't know if you're discriminating them because their like nationality and their beliefs or the color of their skin.
Oh,
So what?
Yeah.
How would you go about? Okay, so but like if you're a black dude, you walk into a store, and someone's like, "No, we don't want to do that for you," and it's not. I say it's not for something religious or whatever. It's you know what I'm saying? The guy gets the vibe that like, okay, it's because I'm black.
yeah.
Who do you talk to?
Then I think that is their problem, in my opinion.
So you keep saying you can't like sue them or anything?
I would say no.
Wait,
Because
what's
in
the
reality, it
scenario?
could be anything.
Say the scenario.
Black dude walks into a store, doesn't get served, but he just gets the vibe that like, because he's black, like who do you talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's wrong, who do you talk to get it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, there's
But you can't
There's
prove
no-
wrongdoing.
do that.
there's no telling that it was because
Yeah.
like nowadays, if something if someone disrespects you or something, they're
Yeah.
gonna go straight to the color of their skin or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's no way of knowing if it was actually because he's black or because of something else.
Yeah.
Like I know most places have like signs or something that say we have the right to, not serve people.
Deny service.
Yeah, deny service and
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gotta get over it.
Yeah.
Move
mean-
on.
yeah, plenty of other places to go.
Yeah, they really are.
Well, and on the flip side, so I don't seem like I'm biased and just like bashing one point of view. There are also companies that say hey we don't serve police.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some employees that say we won't serve you. We don't serve police. I would say fine, fair enough. You're probably gonna spit in my food if you serve me anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna push the issue. I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
That's
I didn't-
I mean, if you don't want to,
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
know-
you don't
people-
want to serve me. I don't want to be served. by you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give
Because you're
them my
gonna
money
spit in
anyway.
my food or do something.
Exactly.
Like don't
Sketch Town.
I did not know people did that.
Yeah, sometimes
I
people do.
didn't
I mean,
know.
not around here, but
I mean, at Subway we don't serve melon.
Melman don't
That's
want to
dis-
go there.
that's discrimination.
That's worse than discrimination. That hurts.
Dude,
That's to my heart.
Chick-fil-A doesn't. Chick-fil-A Clemens doesn't have senior drinks.
Neither did where I worked. We didn't have we didn't have senior discounts, and people were gonna be like, "Well, I think you should." Well, you can contact the managers
I don't understand.
because that is
This
not my
this
business.
guy's like, you guys stripped my senior status from me. Like, no, you're still old, bud.
Like, nah, you're still
A lot
on
of
farm.
people
Punch you
want
rubber.
awards for living long.
It's like, you're taking my social security. Why am I giving you a break?
You know, you're a baby boomer. You're taking my social security, and I'm gonna have no retirement because of you. Thanks a lot.
Our fault.
Like, I don't know why everyone wants a sticker for being old.
Like, congrats. You get to get high on opiates all day, and I'm not gonna get a retirement.
Yeah.
That's just fine.
So fun.
Anyway, does that conclude us? How much time do we have?
Just a disclaimer: we love old people.
That'll be an hour and 2 minutes.
I think that's fine.
Minus 15,
It's-
45. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think if we
Oh wow, it is
think it'd be
11:45.
it's
dragging
interesting.
it on out if
I agree. Deluxe.
We hate gay people.
cut that.
You want 50% more meat?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Good. If you want it, dude, deluxe
I'm gonna get that next. I went up there yesterday, and I didn't see you.
at the one in Jonesville.
Yeah, I ate lunch there.
Dave, I was actually supposed to be there.
You were?
I actually came in late because I thought I worked at nighttime,
Oh, really?
and they didn't call me. I didn't show up for work. 3 hours later, I get a call from my manager who's at Myrtle Beach on vacation, and she's like, "Where you at?" And I was like, "I thought I worked at night." It just pisses me off though, because instead of calling me and telling me, you know, that I'm supposed to be there, asking where I'm at, they called someone else and told them to come in anyway.
I hate that crap so much. I
It's
wish
like-
they just call you
Yeah,
and be like,
it's
hey, man,
my
where are
number,
you?
my number's right there. Just text me. You're like panicking because I'm not coming in. Well, just text me and ask why.
Yeah.
You don't have to call the manager every
I hate
time.
that crap so much. They bothered the manager's vacation.
Yeah. They actually,
Because you weren't there.
They actually
That's
texted someone on their day off and asked if they would come in instead. I was like, just text me. It's not, my number's right there. They were like, oh, well, we didn't know your last name. And I was like, well, I'm the only Brandon that works here.
That's crazy.
They're like, whoa, I'm sorry. I didn't call you or text you. I didn't know your last name. I was like, you're stupid.
Yeah,
only
it's
one-
hate speech.
You should
It
have been like,
works.
well, then how did my manager know who I was? You know,
I was like, what?
I have socks.
I was like, you cannot be that stupid.
They probably are, dude.
We're selling socks
Probably.
online. Click the link in the bio to buy socks.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm selling socks. They just got pranked.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. Appreciate you guys listening to. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
And buy socks.
and buy socks from Dakota Mason. All right, appreciate
It's
it.
like a. I'm not gonna say it.
We out.